loop now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead.
Ravens 7, Cowboys nothing.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. The return starts at the 13. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get going with their second possession. They had that pick on the opening drive that led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. From the shotgun, it's Dak. And here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Chidobe Awuzie. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
Intercepted. Sets up a 1st down and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Jackson. On a throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. Oh, one of his teammates is there to pick it up.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster. Great coverage here defensively. Not only the ability to take away all the end zone targets from the quarterback and force him to check the ball down to the back on the swing, but then also the pursuit to the ball carrier to keep him short of the end zone.
They'll run for it with Henry. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. They turn it over on down.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of picking up this 4th down when I've got big old Derrick Henry in the backfield. So what an unbelievable job by this defense coming up with a huge 4th down stop.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It will set up 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Play fake. Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
56-yard gain on the play. That's good for our Cowboys. 1st down.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. On to the 2nd quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Roquan Smith. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
3rd and goal.
Prescott now. Here's a screen set up to Williams. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. Here's Dak to throw. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Cowboys first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on fourth down.
And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now Prescott. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
Cowboys first down.
Williams is into the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Dallas.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Auburn good with the extra point. Cowboys will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. Throw here down the field. This ball incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Now it's Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It's pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On third down, Jackson. It's a short one caught by Andrews. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. And he's already topped the century mark in receiving yards here in this first half. So you'd have to think the bulk of the targets are going to continue to go his way. A first down throw for Prescott. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Chidobe Awuzie. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Mike, you're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end.
Oh, a flip back to the kicker. It's a fake. This will be caught. And he's going to take this into the end zone. I wasn't sure we'd ever see a fake extra point again, but this one works. So instead of one, they get two.
Certainly unconventional in their wisdom here, but somehow it still works out. I don't think the defensive PAT unit was at all expecting a fake. Remember, the ball's now snapped from the 15-yard line on an extra point attempt. No one's expecting you to fake it, and I think they used that to their advantage.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Prescott. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Toby. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds. From the 31, here's second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
Here's Prescott. They'll try to set up the screen here. Down the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A huge play for Dallas. 37 yards. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Here's first and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! 48! Here we go, 46!
To throw is Prescott. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will score! C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and it's a big-time connection for a touchdown. Anytime you fail on a two-point try, there's always going to be second-guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he goes nowhere. Buried back at the 15-yard line. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a first and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up second and a yard.
Here's the fullback, Ricard. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets this one up past the 30.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good running. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Donovan Wilson. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead. And throw it here on first down. That's caught by Leonard. And he's into the end zone. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. That his second touchdown tonight. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have it for this guy. I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
Justice Hill to return. He gets swarmed under. Doesn't even get to the 15. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this first and 10. just going to run it here up the middle. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter.
Hey, middle.
Second down. Jackson moving to his right. He runs with it.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. We'll be back up now to start this drive. The Ravens offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And this will not help the cause. He's going backwards. Tackled back at the 8. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the gun, Jackson. Open man downfield. It's DeAndre Hopkins with the grab. A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That one swung out to Blue. He's got room to roam. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They get an even 20 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Cowboys.
Here we go, 47.
Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And he'll take this one in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend this third quarter lead.
Ravens 15. Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So now, after After the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Henry. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one. Real quick from 29. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Pistol formation with Jackson. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making...
Oh, look at this! It's a fake! And he's not going to get there. Big roll of the dice, trying the fake, but he's stopped short of the 1st down, and it's a turnover on downs.
I'm sure the coach wishes he could have just called a timeout, because from the moment they lined up in that punt formation, the defense was expecting fake. There was nowhere to go. That play was dead from the jump, and that's a big turn of events here in this one.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's complete to Blue. And he will get into the end zone. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Cowboys.
This has to be a defensive breakdown, Mike. I promise you, all week in practice, when the scout team ran this play, somebody on defense accounted for the running back out of the backfield. I can promise you that much, but he's able to leak out and get the ball in space. He does the rest after the catch. They just have to do a better job. They got to get to the sideline and make corrections